What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Let's get to Dennis Allen on Kendre Miller yesterday. We've been teasing it, but here's what Dennis Allen had to say about his second-year, second-round running back.
You know, since we drafted him, there hasn't been a whole lot of new information other than what I've seen, what I saw on the college tape, because he hasn't been available, and so, and for whatever the case may be, you know, but it's hard to make that evaluation. So, hopefully we can get him out here and have an opportunity to, you know, evaluate where he's at. But it certainly, you know, certainly makes it a lot more challenging. I got no idea. Right? I mean, I think he injured his hamstring in the first individual drill of training camp, and I haven't seen anything of him. So he's talented. I know he's talented. I don't know if he can learn the system. I don't know if he can pick up the system because I haven't seen him out there. So,
oh boy.
That's about as honest of sound as you will ever hear a coach talk about a player. It seems like, Jake, trying to avoid being Brian Flores, Dennis Allen, you know, he's not going to criticize the quarterback. It almost feels like the same way that you were telling that great story the other day, that excellent insight on Norv using you as the punching bag for the team. It's almost like Dennis Allen is pouring all of his frustration with the front office's draft picks, all the frustration with, you know, whatever, like he secretly harbors about Carr and all this other stuff. He's just pouring it all into to Kendre Miller bits because he knows that's what he can get away with publicly.
Yeah, and so, like, okay, when a coach sounds like that, it might seem harsh. You'd be like, God, the guy's injured. Like, what do you want him to do? That is the sound of a coach that has been told by someone in that training room that he could give it a go if he wanted to.
Yeah. That maybe he's a little hesitant to push it.
Yeah, hey, he's really babying this thing. And like right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm not siding one way or the other, but that coach has been told by someone, hey man, he could go if he wanted to, and he's just not. Look, Kendre doesn't have protection. Like the Saints need some depth probably at running back, but not enough to keep a third-round pick who's not on the field.
Oh, I thought he was second round. My bad.
His third-round pick.
Okay, third round.
So, but a running back, you could argue that feels like a second-round pick because of the nature of the position.
They thought he was going to be on the 2 deep.
Yeah,
it's a disaster. I mean, it's a bit of a disaster.
Nick would come on here and like say that he was the 2. Remember early in the offseason? You're not a core special teams guy either. Okay, so what are you gonna sit in street clothes, inactive on game days, or am I going to give you a settlement, injury, release you, and we move on?
Hard to make the club from the tub, you know?
Again, like if he was hurt and the training staff thought it was severe, you would have heard DA get on there and he'd have been like, hey man, gosh, we love the player. We think he's really athletic. It's a shame we can't get him on the field. You know, he's just been dealing with this injury. It's been nagging. It's been, yes. That's not what you heard.
No.
So it's not good. It doesn't feel like it's going to end good either.
It also sounds like there's a bit of frustration with the fact that it was a hamstring, which is maybe unfair, right? But you could, if you wanted to reach, and I guess, you know, if you want to get mad at me and say this is unfair to Kendre Miller, I won't push back against you too hard. But if you wanted to reach, catching a soft tissue hammy an individual, the first individual, it could be awful luck, but it could also be influenced by maybe a lack of preparation, right? Is your body ready to go?
True.
Have you been trained? Are you stretched out a lot? Like, how prepared were you? And again, maybe it was just super bad luck, you know? But again, a coach may not care. Like a coach may view it as kind of the latter of what I was getting at there. And I mean, how about that opening line? You know, I don't know. Like the only tape that I've seen out of him is the college tape. Like we haven't seen anything since, which also begs the question, man, that TCU team, dude.
You said it yesterday.
It's got a lot of busts.
Quentin Johnston, the receiver the Chargers took in the first round, is their 4 right now.
Is he going to make – I was going to see, is he going to make the team?
Well, he will because he's a first rounder. He'll get multiple chances. On a team that needs a receiver to step up, he's the 4 right now. Max Duggan is the 3 for the Chargers, the quarterback of that team. Kendre can't get on the field. There's other DBs that have been okay at best.
Who's the good guy? You said
Davis,
it yesterday.
Yeah, Davis from Westville from TCU.
Shout out.
He's a kick returner, punt returner. He had a really good rookie season a year ago, but outside of that, that whole team's kind of been a miss at the next level.
Jamie says, what player are they talking about? We're talking about Kendre Miller. And once again, our guy, Deb Snow, a.k.a. Ho DeMayo, points out they could add Tajay Spears. Another massive draft miss for the New Orleans Saints. I know you can play that game a lot, but Mickey Loomis, you got to tighten up. Is Jeff Ireland still in the college scouting department? He is, right? Jeff Ireland hasn't left, right? He had such a heater when he showed up. What has gone so wrong as of late? Brzee was a positive. Let's just you know what? Let's just raw dog this thing real quick here and go through some of these recent first round picks. Because again, this is maybe fruitless because Mickey Loomis will never get fired as he's as much owner as he's his front office member. But Marcus Davenport, Lattimore, that 2017 class was stellar, incredible, set you up for about 5 years of amazing success, right?
Well, if we go back, you want to go back to
maybe go to 18
We
on.
can go to 2015.
But 17 was great though. What happened in 2015?
We took Anthony, the linebacker from Clemson.
Oh, Stephon Anthony. Yeah,
you
that
had
was
2
a disaster.
first-round picks.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
So you go Anthony. Well, you also went Andrews Pete, but you go Stephon Anthony. Then you go Sheldon Rankins, who, good player.
Yeah, Rankins good.
Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramczyk, great players. Certainly if
This
Ramczyk,
is that's 17, yeah. And that's when you got Kamara. 17 was incredible.
Then you go to 18, it's Marcus Davenport.
Give me. Do you have just first round picks there? Or
Yeah.
Can you see second and third?
First round. Sorry.
Okay.
But you go 2018, you go Marcus Davenport, but you have to also remember 2019, you had no first round pick because of Marcus Davenport.
Yeah. So absolute disaster there.
Cesar Ruiz in 2020.
Not a disaster, but not good either. Meh.
Then you go Peyton Turner.
Disaster.
Chris Olave.
Okay, good. Good, really good. Really
Trevor Penning.
Disaster.
Brzee.
Good, really good.
Fuaga.
Potentially really good. I kind of want to look at so the thing is though, that's about what, 50-50? It's too low of a hit rate for first rounders at positions that aren't quarterback. You should be better in that. And again, the disasters are not just like Cesar Ruiz is what it is. At least he's starting, he's contributing, he's fine. Maybe he's even bad, but he plays. These other guys don't play. It's such a waste of resources. But yeah, I would even love to look at like second, third round and see where that rate's at. It just feels way too low. Man, could have had Tajay Spears and you got Kendre Miller. Sad. Stephon Anthony was so weird because he had like 100+ tackles his rookie year, but apparently he was just terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
Clemson, right?
Yep. The Marcus Davenport being 2 first-round picks, that one hurts.
Yeah.
That one hurts. Even on that draft night, we did like a remote. I don't even remember where we did it, but I remember Hanny being so mad.
Oh, good on Hanny. Great tape to have out there.
Yeah.
So he nailed it.
Yeah. It was like, I don't even know. I think some of it went over air, but I think most of it was during the break. When Handy gets real mad and just kind of just starts shaking his head. That was what Handy did.
Wow. Just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the 2 guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.